Now we got a foul going the other way.
That's number 2 on Lance.
I didn't see it. I don't know whether you were watching it or not, Ben, but I didn't see the foul.
He used a good knee to clear out the Badger player. It was an obvious foul, and there was a good call by the official. No complaints here. 48-38, still a 10-point lead for the Badgers. Back out to 23 to Priest. Stutter step Gomez, no travel call. Thalen from 3, puts it up, it doesn't go, and the Badgers get their own rebound. The shot's up by number 13, Sean Wright. He gets it. He has 5 on the night, and it's 50-38. And the Rams now are digging themselves a hole down by 12 points.
Well, we made a terrible mistake on that defense. We left the man with the ball. Had 2 on him. Both of them fell off and gave him the open shot. Right now, Spring Hill's on a 10-point run.
Sean Wright collects his first foul. We're into the bonus now, and that will put number 30, Dennis Powell, at the line for Mobile College. Powell is shooting 59% at the line for Mobile College.
Patrick Robinson returns to the game for Mobile College. And Marcus Watson getting ready to come back in.
Dennis Powell makes the first of his 2 opportunities at the line, as he shoots the 1-and-1 for Mobile College. Dennis from Mobile, Alabama, right here. He played at Murphy High School, as he makes both of his. 40-50, it's a 10-point lead now for Spring Hill as Thalen comes down court. Nearly intercepted by the Rams. Lehman left all alone on the baseline. He goes up for 3. It doesn't fall, and the rebound comes away to Mobile College. Marcus Watson comes down across the timeline into the forecourt, and he sets up the offense. Patrick Robinson, a fall-away jumper, does not go. Thalen comes back down court with it as he clears out the rebound. Gomez stops and pulls up and sets the offense now for the Badgers. From 3, it goes up and it rims out. In the first half, that was a jump ball, and now all of a sudden it's called a foul. That's 4 on number 33, Mark Lunsford.
We got a substitution. David Ramey back into the ball game for Lunsford.
On the baseline, Gomez puts it in. Gomez now with 6 in the first half, 6 in the second half. He has 12 on the night, and it's back to a 12-point lead for the Badgers. Count the basket for Dennis Powell, and he'll get to go to the line. Sam Coates collects number 2.
That was a good baseline drive that time, and we got it in there, put the basket in, and had the opportunity now to top it off with a free throw.
Dennis Powell, perfect from the line thus far tonight, 2 of 2. And he continues that trend as he's 3 of 3. It's 52-43, a 9-point lead for the Badgers. Sam Coates and Sean Wright with the ball. into Coates. In the middle, Gomez is left all alone as he breaks down inside. Gomez with 8 in the second half as Gomez is single-handedly running the offense for the Badgers. It's 54-43.
We've got a trouble with the shot clock. It's down to 14 seconds, and there's no way it could have gotten down to 14. We're going to have a little delay here while they try to correct that. While we're doing that, let me just tell you, as you came on the air tonight, the national anthem was being sung by Marcy Keys. Marcy has sung the national anthem for us a number of times this year and always does a good job. And the invocation was being given by Mike Parker. And we're having a real problem with the 45-second clock now. It's just not working at all. So this is not going to be a good thing, but we'll have to make the best. There we go. Now we're up to 41. So they reset it, I guess.
11 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the game. 54-43. The only thing that we can hope for is from this malfunction of the clock, the stoppage in the game, that maybe some momentum could swing back toward Mobile College, as Spring Hill now with the momentum has really taken charge of the game.
Well, Bob Brown, the head official tonight, is talking to both coaches, Coach Elder and Coach Nash, and he's explaining what they're going to do if they can't get this 45-second clock to functioning. Working the game along with him tonight is Hal Lusk and Charles Morgan. This is a tough ball game to officiate. Anytime you have a game between two schools that are crosstown rivals like this and the intensity level is this high, you're going to have some tough calls.
Still working with the clock. While we've got a timeout, want to say just a word of thanks, I suppose, but also just a congratulations and a job well done to Bruce Gentry for the Mobile Press-Register. He's been covering a lot of local college basketball this season, and he's done an excellent job. And I have read his article today in the Press-Register, and Bruce does a good job covering Mobile College hoop action.
Well, he's done a good job all year long, and of course, this league deserves a lot of attention, good media coverage, because it is a good basketball league, and there have been some excellent ball games here this year. We've done about 20, as we said earlier, and there have not been but just a very few that have been blowouts. Most of them have been pretty good, close ball games, and a lot of excitement. This is just a great level of basketball competition.
Bruce does good coverage, and we really appreciate how he covers Mobile College, and he covers Spring Hill too, since we're both here in Mobile, and he seems to do a pretty good job of keeping things balanced between the two schools and in their coverage, and it's good to have someone with that kind of qualifications writing here in Mobile.
Still unable to get the 45-second clock working.
We're going to have to keep the 45 seconds at the scoring table. It will not be able to be kept on the shot clock, so no one will be able to really see, Jim, and if at the end of the game, if you're trying to run time off the clock, that could be a problem.
You're exactly right. Right now, it's not going to come into play a great deal because neither team takes that long to get the ball down the court and get a shot off. I think probably the lowest it's been tonight was right shortly before the first half when teams were running it down just a little bit. Got down inside 10 maybe. But what you're up against is down at the end of the ball game, if you're ahead, you're trying to run time off that clock, it's going to be hard to know what you're doing. And I hate to see something like that happen in a ball game like this. And, it always seems to be that way, that if it's going to happen, it's going to be at the most inopportune time. And again, Bob Brown, the official, is getting the other officials and the two coaches together to tell them just how they're going to manage this. Keeping the 45 seconds won't be too bad, over here on the bench. It's the players that need to know, and there's no way to get that message out to them. So we just have to wait and see how it affects the ball game. Hopefully, it won't have to affect it in any way.
I know it. Coach Nash is really sick to play Stockton because he had the momentum on his side of the court, Jim, and two, we need to say too that in this rivalry, in this game, it's gotten to be a pretty stout rivalry.